Good morning, students. Say your prayer. Thank you. நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் விருதுமுறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் விருதுமுறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் விருதுமுறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். Okay, students, take your social science book. Take page number 18. Today we will discuss about the rise of fascism in Germany. So Hitler. So today's class we will discuss how Hitler captured power in Germany. Okay, so in previous class we have discussed about the Great Depression and also rise of fascism in Italy. In today's class we will discuss about Germany and Hitler. Okay, so just to recall what we have discussed in our previous class. So in our previous class we have discussed about the rise of fascism in Italy. Okay, so after the World War I, Italy was financially weak. Okay, so though it fought on the side of Allied powers, she didn't gain nothing. Okay, she expected some places to be added to its territory, but she didn't get the places what she expected. Okay, so and also the financial cost was huge, and also she lost many lives, so many soldiers in the battle in the World War I. Okay, so she didn't get the things what she wanted. Okay, and also financially she became very weak. Okay, and then the people, because of the financial position, often involved in protests and strikes all over the country. So using this chance, Mussolini, who was a son of blacksmith, so captured power using the fascism policy. Okay, so the fascism policy was attracted by various section of these people. So various section like ex-soldiers, youth, then capitalists. So they liked the policy of fascism. So they supported Mussolini, and Mussolini arranged a march on October 1922. So by seeing this march on Rome, the Emperor of Italy invited Mussolini to form the government. Okay, so thus Mussolini captured the government, and through his fascism policy he made Italy a strong, powerful country. Okay, so thus fascism captured. So the fascism, the policy followed by Mussolini, captured power in Italy, and he made Italy a powerful country. So during his period, so the Great Depression affected the economy of Italy also. In order to divert the mind of the people, Italian people, he invaded Ethiopia in the year 1935. Then he made an pact, he made an agreement with Pope. So in that agreement was called as Latin Treaty. So in that as per the Latin Treaty, Mussolini recognized the independence of Vatican City, and the Vatican City recognized the Emperor of Mussolini. So here the Pope, Vatican City Pope, recognized the Kingdom of Italy. Okay, so both they have came to an agreement. So this was an historical agreement. So now Vatican City is an independent state. So this was made as per the Latin treaty signed between the Pope and the Italian ruler, Italian dictator Mussolini. Okay, so we have discussed that and all in detail. Okay, so in today's class we will discuss about Hitler, so the contemporary ruler of Mussolini. So his co-partner, his friend. So we discuss about Hitler in today's class, how Hitler captured power. So Germany in the post-war. So post-war means after the war. So from 1918 to 1933, Germany was a republic. So 1933. So they mentioned as 1993. So it's not 1993. It was 1933. So from 1918 to 1933. So what happened in the year 1918? End of World War. So till 1918. So Germany was ruled by the Emperor Kaiser Wilhelm II. So the monarchy concept of government was in Germany. So but after the World War I, so Kaiser Wilhelm II escaped from his country. So a republic constitution was framed. A constitution was framed in a city called as Weimar. So that's why German constitution was called as Weimar Constitution or Weimar Republic. Yeah. So in 1933, so Hitler captured power. Yeah. So from 1918 to 1933, so Germany was a republic country. Yeah. So there are several factors that led to the rise of fascism in Germany. Yeah. So the factors so that causes. Yeah. So the rise of fascism. So the triumph of fascism. So triumph means achievement. Yeah, so the achievement of fascism in Germany were many. Yeah, so the factors that led to the rise or achievement of fascism was many. Yeah. So first between 1817 to 1914, so that is before World War One. So Germany had risen to DC heights. So DC heights means a successful position or important height. Yeah. So before the World War One, so Germany had risen to many important position. Yeah, so Germany had reached its important position in various field, in that is in economy, political and cultural. Okay, so in the field of economy, political and cultural accomplishment. So accomplishment means so something that has been achieved successfully. Okay, so before World War One, so Germany had achieved something successfully in various fields such as in political, economical and social cultures. Okay, so Germany's universities, science, philosophy and music were known all over the world. So Germany's universities, its science, technology, philosophy, music were known all over the world. So sometimes Germany had surpassed. So surpassed means so to do something better than somebody or something. Yeah, so doing something better than others. So Germany had surpassed even Britain and in the United States in several fields of industrial production. So the 19th century, end of 19th century, so industrial revolutions took place all in many parts of the European countries. Yeah, especially in England, France, Germany and United States. Okay. Even though the industrial revolution began in England, so Germany had surpassed. That is, Germany had do some things better than Britain and United States. Okay, wow. So before World War One, so Germany was in a good position. Okay, wow. So she had surpassed many things than other countries. Germany's defeat and humiliation at the end of World War One caused a deep shock to the German people. So Germany was defeated at the end of World War One, and they were humiliated. So she was humiliated. So humiliated means so she was hurted. So because the provisions of the Treaty of Versailles related with Germany. So her army was reduced, her territory was shared by the allied countries. So economically she became very weak. So it caused a deep shock to the German people, and also the Great Depression, so which occurred in the year 1929, deepened their frustration. So frustration means so they were not happy because the situation made the worse. So frustrated means exact meaning feeling of anger because you cannot get what you want. So the Great Depression further deepened their frustration and prompted them. So prompted means to cause something to happen. So they wanted to the Republic government to be removed. So they turned against the Republican government. So the Great Depression further deepened their frustration and made them to turn against the Republic government. So the Republic government, which was formed in the year 1918, so failed to fulfill the needs of German people. So Germany was defeated and humiliated at the end of World War One, which caused a deep shock to the German people. Then the Great Depression further deepened their frustration and prompted them. So that is, it made them to turn against the Republic government. So before World War One, so Germany was in a good position. So she was a leading country in many fields. But after the World War One, she was very much frustrated. So because she was defeated in the World War One and she was humiliated. And also the Great Depression so further worsened the condition in Germany. So it prompted the people to turn against the Republican government. So this made Hitler to capture power. So evolution of German fascism. So first the origin of German fascism goes back to 1919. So in the year 1919, so after World War One, so German fascism originated when a group of 7 men met in Munich. So Munich, it was a place in Germany. Okay, so in that place, so 7 men met and founded a party called as National Socialist German Workers Party. So 7 men met in Munich and founded the National Socialist German Workers Party. In German language, it was abbreviated as Nazi Party. So in German language, it was abbreviated as Nazi Party. So among the 7 members, so one man was Adolf Hitler. So among the 7 men, one man was Adolf Hitler. So during World War One, so he served in the Bavarian army. So Bavaria, so a part of Germany. So you can see in this map that this map was Germany, and the red color shows the Bavarian state. Okay, so Bavaria. So Germany was divided into many states. Okay, so among the states, so Bavaria was one state. So Hitler worked, that is Hitler served in the Bavarian army. Yeah. So can you find Hitler in this picture? So there are 8 soldiers in this picture. Yeah. So 4 are sitting and 4 are standing. Yeah. So from the right side, so that is a dog is there. So in between 2 persons, a dog is there now. So see to the right of that dog. So a person is sitting. So he had a small mistake. So he was Hitler. So when he was working in the Bavarian army. Okay, so 7 men met in Munich in the year 1919 and founded the National Socialist German Workers Party. So among the 7 members, so one person was Adolf Hitler. So during World War One, he served in the Bavarian army. A gifted speaker, he could wipe up the passion of the audience. So wipe up means say excite or stimulate a reaction. Yes, or provoke someone, that is he provoked someone. So passion, a very strong feeling of enthusiasm. So because so he was a good orator, a gifted speaker. So by using his speaking skills, he excited the people, he excited the audience who listened his words. Okay, wow. So in 1923, Hitler attempted to capture power in Bavaria. So in the year 1923, he tried to capture power in Bavaria. So he launched the national revolution. He tried to launch the national revolution in the outskirts of the Munich. So outskirts means so outside the city. So he tried to launch a revolution in the outer areas of the Munich city, but it was failed and he was captured and put in prison. So Hitler in the year 1923 tried to capture power by launching a revolution, but it was failed and he was arrested. So in the prison he wrote his autobiography book, which was called as Mein Kampf. So in the prison, while he was in prison, he wrote his autobiography Mein Kampf. So Mein Kampf means my struggle. So that contains his political ideas. So a gifted speaker, he could wipe up the passion of the audience. That is, he gave energy. So he enthusiastically attracted the people. So his speech were very attractive. So it was energetic. So his speech was very energetic. So it attracted the people. So in 1923, he tried to capture power in Bavaria. So that is, he launched a revolution in the outer side of the Munich. So in and around the Munich city, he tried to launch the revolution, but it became failure and he was arrested. So while he was in prison, he wrote his autobiography book Mein Kampf. So that is called as My Struggle. So that contains his political ideas. So in the year 1932, the presidential election was held. So as per the Weimar Republic Constitution, so in the year 1932, the presidential election was held. So in that election, so the Communist Party of Germany won about 6 million votes. So in the presidential election of 1932, so the Communist Party polled about 6 million votes. That is 60 lakhs votes were won by Communist Party. So the capitalist and property owners tilted towards supporting fascism. Okay, so the capitalist, so they were alarmed by the rise of Communist Party. So because capitalism is just opposite to communism, so capitalism gave importance to the company owners, while the communism gave importance to the laborers. So the rise of Communist Party was not liked by the capitalist and the property owners. So they changed their support towards fascism. So Hitler used this opportunity to capture power. Okay, so even though Hitler didn't get much support from people, so the rise of communism alarmed the capitalist and the property owners to turn their support towards fascism. Yeah, so Hitler wanted to use this opportunity to capture power. Yeah, so in the presidential election held in 1932, so the Communist Party of Germany won 6 million votes. So that was not liked by the capitalist and the property owners. So they changed their support towards fascism. So Hitler wanted to use this chance to capture the power. So though communists won 6 million votes, so they refused to collaborate. So they refused to work along with the social democrats. So the Republican government fell. Yeah, so the communists, even though won 6 million votes, so they refused to work along with the social democrats. Yeah. So the Republican government, so which was the ruling party, fell. Okay. So thereupon in the industrialists, the bankers and the junkers. So junkers means, so Junkers means a German nobleman or aristocrat, especially a member of the Prussian autocracy. So Prussia, the former name of Germany. Yeah. So Junker means nothing but a German nobleman. Yeah. So they prevailed upon President von Hindenburg. So the president of Germany of that time was von Hindenburg. So to designate, that is to choose somebody to do a job. Yeah, so the industrialist, the bankers and the junkers, especially the capitalist. So they want President von Hindenburg to choose Hitler as their chancellor. So chancellor, so like our prime minister. So chancellor was the head of the government in some countries. So like India, we have prime minister as the head of the government now. So likewise in Germany it was chancellor. So the capitalist people wanted Hitler to be a chancellor in the year 1933. Yeah, so the Nazi state of Hitler, so it's known as Third Reich. So Reich means empire. Yeah. So why the Nazi state of Hitler was called as Third Reich? Then what was the First Reich and the Second Reich? Yeah, the First Reich, so according to Hitler, that is according to the Nazi state of Hitler, so the First Reich was the Roman Empire. So the early Roman Empire was the First Reich. Then the Second Reich, it was the government, so it was the empire formed by Bismarck. That is from 1871 to 1914. Yeah, so the period was called as Second Reich. Then the government formed by Hitler was considered as Third Reich. Yeah. So it brought an end to the parliamentary democracy. It brought an end to the parliamentary democracy. Yeah. So even though the communists won 6 million votes, they refused to work along with the social democrats. So the government fell. So the capitalist of Germany wanted the president von Hindenburg to choose Hitler as their chancellor. Yeah. So in 1933, so the Nazi state of Hitler, so known as Third Reich, came to power. So that brought an end to the parliamentary democracy. So we have seen, so the Communist Party failed to collaborate, refused to collaborate with the Social Democratic Party. So what is the Social Democratic Party? Who was its founder? Yeah, so Social Democratic Party was founded as the General German Workers Association. Okay, so it was founded as General German Workers Association on 23rd May 1863 in Leipzig. Yes, it was a city in Germany. Yes, it was founded in 23 May 1863. So the founder was Ferdinand Lassalle. So German elites, so German high class people of the late 19th century considered the very existence of a socialist party a threat to the security and stability of the newly unified Reich. Okay. So that is the German high class people thought, so this political party was a threat to the security and the stability of the newly unified Reich. Okay, so Reich means, so the empire. Yeah, so initially Germany before 1871, so Germany was split into many states. Yeah, it was unified. Germany was unified by a famous person called Bismarck. Yeah. So, but the German elites thought this political party, that is the Social Democratic Party, was a threat to the security and the stability of the newly unified country. Okay. So Bismarck outlawed this party. So outlawed means, so he declared that this party was illegal. Yeah, so from 1878 to 1890. Yeah, so this party was founded in the 1863, but the German elites thought it was against the unification of Germany. So Bismarck outlawed this party in the year 1878 to 1890. However, in 1945, with the fall of Hitler, the Social Democratic Party was revived. Yeah, but the Social Democratic Party again revived again came into position after the fall of Hitler. So it was the only surviving party from the Weimar period with a record of opposition to Hitler. So the only party so that survived from the Weimar Republic till Hitler was the Social Democratic Party. So after capturing power, so what Hitler did? So first Hitler replaced the flag of Weimar Republic by the swastika banners of National Socialism. Yeah. So he replaced the Weimar Republic. Yeah. So he replaced the flag of the Weimar Republic by the swastika banner. So you can see in this picture. Yeah, so this is the swastika symbol. Okay, so he replaced the flag of Weimar Republic by the swastika banners of National Socialism. Germany was converted into a highly centralized state. So centralized means to give control of all the parts of a country to a group of people in one place. Yeah, so centralized state means so give control of all parts of a country to a group of people in one place. That is, so Germany power was placed in a particular place. Yeah, so power was not divided among the people or the states. Yeah, so power was given to few peoples only. Okay, then all political parties except the Nazi party was declared illegal. He banned all the political parties. Yeah, so except Nazi party, other political party was declared illegal. Okay, so Hitler replaced the flag of Weimar Republic by the swastika banner of National Socialism. So Germany was converted into highly centralized state. Yeah, that is, so power were given to a group of people in a particular place. Then all the political parties except the Nazi party were declared illegal. Then the army of brown-shirted and jack-booted stormtroopers was expanded. So the army soldiers were given brown shirt. Okay, so that's why the soldiers of the Nazi party were called as brown-shirted. And jack-booted. So jack-booted means a tall boot that reaches up to knee worn by the soldiers, especially in the past. So you can see in this picture. So how their boot look like? It reaches up to their knee. Yeah, so it reaches up to their knee. Okay, so it is very tall now. Yeah, so this type of shoes were called as jack-booted. So stormtrooper means a soldier who is specially trained for violent attack. So the German Nazi soldiers were trained for violent attacks. Yeah, so the Hitler Youth was created. So Hitler Youth, so their work was to spread the ideas of Hitler. Yeah, so the Hitler Youth was created and the Labor Front was set up. So Labor Front, it replaced the trade unions. So trade unions, what is a trade union? Yeah, so it was formed by workers of various industries. So the industrial workers so formed an union in the legal. So wages were fixed by the government. So the daily wages and the monthly wages, weekly wages, what kind of wages so they may be, it was fixed by the government. So total state control, so total government control was extended over the press, the theater, the cinema, radio and over education. So total control was extended over the press, the theater, cinema, radio and even education. Okay, so the army of brown-shirted and jack-booted stormtrooper was expanded, Hitler Youth was created and the Labor Front set up, trade union were banned and the leaders were arrested, strikes were made illegal, wages were fixed by the government. Then so total control was extended over the press, theater, cinema, radio and over education. So the Nazi party propaganda. So propaganda means information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a political cause or a point of view. That is the information used to promote a political cause. Yeah, so the information in order to, that is, it is like a campaign. Okay, so the Nazi party information. So the news about the Nazi party was led by Joseph Goebbels. So you can see in this picture. So who manipulated, that is who handled or controlled the public opinion through planned propaganda. So through planned information, so Joseph Goebbels handled the public opinion. Yeah. So because we have discussed, we have seen that the total state control was extended over the press. So that is the newspaper was controlled by the state government, by the state only, that is by the government only. So the Nazi party propaganda, so the Nazi party, the information about so the Nazi party was controlled by Joseph Goebbels. He controlled the public opinion. He handled the public opinion through his planned information, so through planned news. Yeah, so he made Hitler a powerful person among the people of Germany. So he made so the Nazi party a powerful party so among the people, yes, of Germany. Okay, wow. So it was said, so Joseph Goebbels once said, if you repeatedly tell the lie means one day it will become true. Yeah, so he famously says that if you repeatedly say a lie again and again means one day it will become true. That was his policy. So he gave a lot of wrong information to his people. Okay, so to the people of Germany. So and thus he controlled the public opinion. Yeah. Then the Gestapo or secret state police. So there was a secret state police in Germany that was called as Gestapo. It was formed and run by Himmler. Yeah. So the Nazi party propaganda was led by Joseph Goebbels, and the Gestapo or secret state police was run by Himmler. So Nazi policy towards the Jews. Yeah, so along with the repressive measures. So repressive means that limits the people freedom. So along with the repressive measures, Hitler's government followed a policy of repressing Jewish people. So Hitler government limits the freedom of Jews. Yeah, so Hitler limits the freedom of Jewish people. So the Jews were removed from the government position. So the Jews were removed from the government position. They were removed from universities and deprived of citizenship. So they were not given German citizenship. Okay. So Jews' business were closed down and their establishments were attacked. So wherever the Jews industries were there, wherever the Jews establishments were there, so they were attacked by the Nazi parties. Okay, so after the outbreak of World War II, concentration camp. So concentration camp means a prison, usually a number of buildings inside a high fence, where the civilians, political prisoners and sometimes prisoners of war kept, usually under very bad condition. Yeah. So concentration camp means a prison, so where the political prisoners and the prisoners who were captured after the war or the civilians were kept under very bad conditions. Okay. So the Jews were kept in the concentration camps and the barracks were surrounded by the electrified fences. So barracks, a building or a group of buildings in which soldiers live. Yeah, so and the barracks were surrounded by electrified fences. So fences. So nothing but a line of wooden or metal post joined by the wood or wire or metal, etc., to divide land or to keep in animals. Yeah, so a line of wood or metal post joined by wood or wire or metal to divide the land. Yeah, so electrified fences and watchtowers which were built and the Jews were interred. So that is, the Jews were placed and as used as forced labor. Yeah, so after the outbreak of World War II, so concentration camp, barracks surrounded by electrified fences and watchtowers were built where Jews were interred and used as forced labor. So Jews were used as forced labor in this camp. Yeah. So later they were turned into extermination camp. So extermination camp means, so they were destroyed. So the camp where the Jews were completely destroyed. So first they were kept in the concentration camp, so like prisoners, but they were later moved to the extermination camp where they were killed. So in the extermination camp they used a lot of scientific techniques, so like using the gas chambers. So say for example, so the Jews were kept in a dark room, so and they were locked, and the Nazi party members who opened the poisonous gas to the room. So they were killed. So they used a lot of scientific technique to kill the Jew people. So Hitler hated the Jew people a lot. Okay, so he thought the Jews were responsible for their defeat in the World War I. So there are a lot of information why Hitler hated the Jews. So he hated the Jews completely. So he wanted that the Jews have to be removed from the world. So for that, wherever whatever the place he captured, so first he captured the Jews and he killed them. So the Nazi party members, so first captured the Jews and sent them to the concentration camps. So the concentration camps later turned into the extermination camps. So extermination means so completely destroying. So they were destroyed camps. Okay, so this method, so this concept of killing the Jews, so were termed as the final solution. So Nazi party were against the Jews. So they hated the Jews completely. So this picture shows the dead bodies of the Jews. So look at this. So there are lot of dead bodies. So they were killed in a particular place and they were digged in a place wherever the Nazi liked. Okay, so this was the picture that shows the dead bodies of the Jews. Okay, so it was a very cruel one. So it was very cruel. So it was known to the world only after the powers, so the winning countries, so France, Britain, America, when enter into Germany, so they came to know how the Jews were suffered under the Nazi parties. Okay, so the Nazi men, so killed all the Jews. So try to kill all the Jews. So they may be a child or woman or man or an old person. They didn't see that and all. So just their aim was to remove the Jews from the world. So defense of the Treaty of Versailles. So define means openly refusing something. So he refused that is Hitler refused the Treaty of Versailles. So in August 1934, Hindenburg so died and Hitler, apart from being Chancellor, became both the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. So after the death of Hindenburg in August 1934, Hitler became both the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. So his foreign policy aimed at restoring. So restore means so bring back the old position. So bring back. So to put somebody back into the position. So he strengthened the army of Germany and annulling the provisions of Versailles Treaty. So annulling means so declared invalid. So he didn't bother about the Treaty of Versailles. So what we have seen in the Treaty of Versailles. So the German navy was reduced. So Germany navy was removed. So it was allowed only to have few ships, battleships, and 1 million soldiers was only allowed as per the Treaty of Versailles. But Hitler declared that the Treaty of Versailles was illegal and it was invalid. So he strengthened his army. So he strengthened his army by appointing, that is by adding or by increasing the army strength. So he increased the soldiers strength in German army. So thus Hitler made Germany a powerful country. If you see after the World War I, Germany was very much affected. So her army was reduced, her economical position was weak. She had to give lot of amount. She had to pay war compensation like that and all. We have seen in our first lesson now. But when Hitler captured power only in the year 1933, but within 6 years he made Germany a powerful country again. So even though he was a dictator and he was against the Jews, he made Germany a powerful country within a few years. Okay, okay, students. Okay, students. So today's class we have discussed about the rise of Nazism in Germany. Okay, so how Hitler captured power in Germany we have discussed in today's class. So if you have any doubt, so contact me. Okay, students. So for today's textbook reading, so read the Nazi state of Hitler. So page number 19. So the first heading. So the Nazi state of Hitler. So the three paragraph. So read it loudly. So for homework. So today's homework. So page number 18. So that evolution of German fascism. So write it. So evolution of German fascism. So one paragraph. So the origin of German fascism goes back to 1919. So from that to at the end, so Hitler exploited this opportunity to usurp powers. So write that paragraph fully. So it is your homework. So okay, students. So this is an important lesson. So you learned about Mussolini and Hitler. Yeah, so if you have any doubt, contact me. So thank you. Have a nice day.